It's time for the Margin Matters Minute with Money Man Jason Brown.
All right, welcome back everybody. Jason Brown with another episode of the Margin Matters Minute. I am the author of Margin Matters, How to Live on a Simple Budget and Crush Debt Forever. You can find that book on Amazon.com. Today we're talking about a subject that has really bothered me for a long time, and it's New Year's resolutions, right? So here we are, the end of 2020, a year that all of us want to forget. It's been a very challenging year for many of us because of the pandemic and the coronavirus. This is the time where everyone starts thinking about the new year, and I'm sure everyone's been thinking about 2021 since February. This has been the longest year of our lives for most of us. So New Year's resolutions, we start thinking about what they are. But to me, what I've noticed or observed is it seems like every year one of the top 3 resolutions, I would say, is always finances, right? It seems like the top 3 are health and fitness related. I want to lose weight or get in shape. I want to make more money or get out of debt, get my finances in order. And then of course the other one's probably something like lifestyle or travel, like, hey, I want to travel more or have more margin in my life. Those seem to be the top 3 every year, right? And they always fail. So what's interesting to me is it seems like New Year's resolutions are commercialized marketing ploys to get people to buy gym memberships or the latest fad diet or the self-help books or whatever it may be that corresponds with your New Year's resolution. It just seems very gimmicky and market scammy to me. So I'm not really a New Year's resolution guy, but I actually started researching this for this video and the blog that I'm going to do. And this I thought was interesting. So I have some statistics here. Total, number amount of 65% of Americans make New Year's resolutions. So 65% of the population actually make New Year's resolutions. And then, of course, of that, only 8% of New Year's resolutions are actually kept, which was actually higher than I thought it would be. And 80% have already failed by February. So this is what you see. Oh, another popular one is getting back to church, right? Oh, when New Year's we didn't get back into going to church. We're gonna go to the gym. So what's so entertaining to me is the first 2 weeks of January, you see the church attendance spikes up. You can't even walk into a gym; it's so crowded. And then after 2 weeks, so like the 3rd week of January, the gym is tumbleweeds. The church attendance is back to normal. And, that's kind of how it is. So why does that happen? Why do we fail at New Year's resolutions? So one thing that was interesting is that psychologists have cited that the reasons why they fail is that there's a lack of clarity and there's a lack or there's a situation where you're setting your expectations too high, right? Now, I don't need a psychology degree to tell you, I could have told you that for free. But for me, when you're talking about finances, the biggest issues that I think that New Year's resolutions fail with when it comes to finances is that you don't have the education, you're not financially literate, you don't know how to properly budget or manage your money. So there's that element of education and literacy that is lacking. And then the other thing is not making the conscious choice to make a change. Like, you have to change your mindset, you have to change your behavior, you have to make actually those types of decisions have to be changed. So it's not actually a money-based issue, it's a mindset or a behavior or a choice-making decision that has to be changed. So another thing that is really I've noticed with the New Year's resolutions is that, or one of the problems is that people will make a list of 10 to 20 resolutions, and of course that's not going to work because it's too many. So one of my advices would be just pick one thing, like just limit it to one thing and then focus on that. And then the other issue that goes with that is that the New Year's resolutions, they're too broad based, right? So resolution, I'm going to get out of debt. Okay, well, how are you going to do that? Okay, I'm going to lose weight this year. I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to lose weight. Okay, well, how are you going to do that? I'm going to travel more this year. Okay, where do you want to go? What specifically? How are you going to do that? How are you going to pay for that? When are you going to go? What are the other ones that people say? Oh, I'm going to make more money. I'm going to find a better job. I'm going to make more money this year. Okay, well, have you applied for any jobs? Like, have you hired a career coach? What's your resume look like? When was the last time you updated your LinkedIn page? So that's the other problem with the New Year's resolutions, is that they're too broad-based. You're just making a generic statement of, I'm going to get out of debt. Okay, well, you got to narrow it down to, hey, if I'm going to get out of debt, okay, I'm going to set specific goals for myself to, okay, I'm going to save $25 a week starting January 1st. I'm going to do $25 a week, and that's $100 a month. That's what I'm going to start doing. Those are my goals. I'm going to make very specific goals, or if you want to do a percentage base, like, okay, I'm going to start saving 10% a month, and just setting it aside and putting it into my savings account. Now you have very specific goals to meet. So I think that would be helpful if you're trying to set goals. So those are some of my ideas. Again, the New Year's resolution thing, it's been kind of one of those things where every year I see over and over, it's like people they always cite finances as the New Year's resolution goal. So these would be some of my things for you to think about, is to make it a specific targeted goal. Okay, if I want to make more money, how am I going to make more money? Okay, well, let me look for a part-time side job, or how can I, maybe there's some freelance work I can do, or maybe there's, I have my weekends free. Maybe I can go pick up a weekend job and make some extra money. So put it more specifically down, and just have one goal. Don't have a list of 20 things. So those are some of my thoughts on New Year's resolution. As we thankfully get to the end of 2020, hopefully we'll start having a better year in 2021. Everyone's gone through a very big, challenging year in 2020. So I know a lot of us are looking forward to the new year and making New Year's resolutions as part of that. So this is Jason Brown saying, hey, remember, if you have a New Year's resolution, put it in the comments and let us know what they are, so we can chat about them. And if you either let us know if you had succeeded at one, or if you failed at one. So let us know your New Year's resolution story, if you have any, or if you're not going to do any. Tell us your story. Put it in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. This is Jason Brown saying, you can find more on my website, yourmarginmatters.com, or check out my book on Amazon, Margin Matters. And remember, it's not the amount of money you make, but the margin that matters the most. We'll see you next time.